Ladies and gentlemen, bonjour. What if we could simulate very large-scale, high-fidelity quantum circuits from a single personal computer, enabling hardware developers and software developers to simulate and optimize their designs, applications, and platforms. This is what we do. We are QPerfect. We are a spin-off from the European Center for Quantum Sciences, based in Strasbourg, in the heart of Europe. We are supported by the European Union, by the French government, by the German government. We have designed one of the world's most advanced quantum circuit simulators, able to mimic hundreds, thousands of qubits with a fidelity rate of 99.9%. We can simulate any type of qubit. We can run simulation on a single CPU so that everyone, regardless of their access to HPC resources, which can be rare and sometimes costly, everyone can design the quantum applications of today and tomorrow. So what problem are we solving today? Today's quantum computers are not powerful enough. They are noisy. They are too slow, which means that real concrete commercial applications for quantum computers, I mean hardware quantum computers, will not come, best estimate, before 5 to 7 years. So in the meantime, the people who are writing applications, who are designing quantum applications, they need a tool to be ready. And that's what we are. As we speak, yes, that was the most important graph, actually. As we speak, governments, both for civil and military applications, large companies from the energy, chemistry, finance sectors, academia, are already using our tool. Dear investors, there's something you should know about investing in a European deep tech, is that for every dollar you will invest in QPerfect, large European public funding will also invest $1, $2, or $3. Europe is the largest investor, public investors for quantum innovation and deep tech. So that's a nice information to keep in mind when you are considering to invest into a company like QPerfect, coming from the most prestigious research centers in Europe. I would like to invite you all to an exclusive presentation webinar, which will happen the 10th of January at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern time, 6 p.m. for Europe, where you will be able to see by yourself what we mean by the world's best quantum circuit simulator. I will be around during the Q2B, so don't hesitate to ask me the invitation link that I will gladly provide to you. I would like to thank Qubits Ventures for giving us the opportunity to present QPerfect today. And if you have only one thing to remember about this presentation, is that we really want quantum for all. On a single PC, thousands of qubits, 99% fidelity. Thank you.
So anyone who wants to ask a question.
So you have a faster, am I on here? Maybe I'll just talk loud. Talk loud, does that work?
Yeah, it's okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
So could you talk, so you have a faster physics simulator. Could you talk a little bit about what techniques you use? I mean, don't tell us, if it's proprietary, don't tell us, but what, just at least in general, what types of numerical techniques are you using to speed it up?
So actually, the team of QPerfect is composed of quantum physicists and computer scientists with a lot of experience in what we call many-body physics. I don't know if it rings a bell. But many-body physics is used basically to optimize the state vector fidelity. And from the state vector, we can then expand using MPS, matrix product states, rendering a high fidelity, which is close to 99%. But there are also other things that I cannot disclose in this audience. Yeah.
Okay. And could you talk about any customer traction, or who have you talked to so far?
So today we had 22 customers lined up in a webinar. We are starting actually with a large bank in France. We are starting with the government of Korea. We are starting with a company doing chemical simulations, large energy company, because actually all those big companies have been trying, but they've been toying with models, but with 40 qubits you don't do anything. You need to go much further to get some insights about how your algorithms are going to behave in a large-scale environment.
And when you say starting, could you be a little more specific? Is there a letter of intent, or have any of them written a
They're
check
already
as a
using
collaboration?
they're already using the solution, generating revenue. Yeah.
Have any of them paid for it? Just have any of them paid for the service, or are they
Yes.
collaborating?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So it's like a SaaS model, software as a service. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Can you talk just a little bit about what the barrier to entry is to do what you're doing, and then talk a little bit about, I think of when I see this type of value creation, I think maybe of, is IBM a competitor, and then how do you compare to like what the customers they're going after and the solutions or the value that you can provide versus a large technology company?
So for us, the main point is not so much the number of qubits, because there are many companies out there who can now claim we do 1,000 qubits and so on and so on. The main point is fidelity, is two-gate fidelity. That's the most important. And that's where we have a substantial competitive advantage. There's something we have and others don't. In the European Center of Quantum Science, there is a 450 qubit cold atom computer, which is currently built. It has been financed by both the French government and the European Union. So we can benchmark and calibrate our software on real physical interactions between atoms that nobody has today in terms of pure players in the simulation field. So that makes our advantage. We are just second floor, and our experimentalists, they can go first floor and compare what they are doing with what's really happening in the lab. So that's absolutely unique.
How have you captured that IP, real quick?
So the IP actually is captured by the National Research Agency of France, and then we have a transfer agreement from the National Research Agency of France to QPerfect. And so we have an extensive IP portfolio that I will gladly share in the due diligence.